Right. Right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I said no. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? I will keep this training brief and to the point because the voice is not very good. The voice is not very good. Having fried people in their saucepan, the voice is not very good. We fried people in their saucepan. Yeah, they even left us with the saucepan. So having a fried, then we fed them with a lot of rice. Yeah, yeah. So good morning. I don't want to get to that. So the voice is not good, but we are here. We are here. We are here. Hey, but I will try to voice contra sec so that the voice can get better. Okay. Voice is not good. All right. So we want to make sure we want to make sure we want to make sure that we finish up moving averages. They are very, very important when it comes to trading. Yesterday, when we started to discuss these moving averages, we said number one, moving averages can act as support and resistance. And to me, that is very, very important of moving averages to act as support and resistance. Number two, we said that moving averages can help you to understand the trend of the market. Okay? The market trend, whether this is an upward movement or it is a downward movement. And there are several combinations of moving averages that you can use. And yesterday, we started with the two basic moving averages that are very common and they are used by so many traders to become very, very successful when it comes to TA or when it comes to technical analysis. And so today, we are doing a recap about the topic so that we can create a conducive, yes, so that we create a conducive, banabolic, from the word banabo. Yes, a conducive banabolic. Yes, a conducive parabolic astonic approach from the word arsenal. Yes, yes, so that we can create a conducive parabolic astonic approach from the word arsenal. So that people can also arsenalize the market all the time. Yes, yes. So that people can arsenalize the market all the time. So let's get back from scratch. So when you come to your trade, this is people. We are looking at this coin here called the people. Yeah. So we are looking at this coin called the people. People, it's a very good. Am I loud and clear? Am I loud and clear? I don't know. I don't know. I needed to confirm. Am I loud and clear? I don't know. I want to make sure. I'm loud. Okay, all right. So what you are going to do, you're going to come here on indicators. I told you when you come here on indicators, come on technical. Then you write in the word moving averages. The moving averages are 3 of types, but we are going to take the moving average exponential. But let me try to give a difference. Let me try to give a difference between these 2 types of moving averages. Okay, let me try to give a difference so that people can understand what is what and what is better. Hey, because when someone is going to look for an opportunity, is going to give an opportunity, or is looking for an opportunity that has the power to crush noisemakers. That is why it is called an asenolytic approach. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you tap on moving averages, you'll get 2 types. There are 3, but I will major on 2. One, we have what we call the moving average simple, or the simple moving average. And we have what we call the exponential moving average. So the difference between the simple moving average and the exponential moving average lies on how they weigh past data. Weight, how they weigh the weight of past data. For example, the simple moving average, it gives equal weight to all data points. Remember, we say the moving average is just a line. So the simple moving average gives equal weight to all points data. For example, if it is a 10 simple moving average, it takes the closing prices of the last 10 days. So it takes the closing prices of the last 10 days. Then it adds them up and divides by 10. So if Bitcoin ended at 448, then the next day, like this, 10 times the closing prices, then it divides by 10. So the simple moving average is smoother, slower to react to recent price changes. So it does not really look so much at recent price changes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are deciding to use simple moving averages, then you must be looking at identifying longer-term trades. You want to look at a trend. It's like when you want to analyze Arsenal, you must look at their history. Yes. So if you want also to go and look at the history or the trend to determine a trend of the market, then simple moving averages are very important in your asenolytic approach of making money in the market. You see, the asenolytic approach is very dangerous. Very dangerous, very dangerous. Now let's go to exponential moving averages. exponential moving averages. Ladies and gentlemen, exponential moving averages give more weight to recent prices, making it more responsive to new information. The reason why it is very key to use exponential moving averages, they have more weight to what happened recently, helping you to get the right information that is happening in the market right now. For example, if it is a 10 moving average, exponential moving average, EMA 10, this, ladies and gentlemen, it looks at the most recent prices. The most recent price has more influence than the 10th day ago. Like yesterday, it was, let me say the 10th day, you see, the 10th day. It will look at the most recent price. It is faster and it reacts to price changes. The exponential moving average is faster than the simple moving average. It is better for short-term trading signals. If you are this kind of a person who wants to enter a coin and get out of a coin faster, ladies and gentlemen, exponential moving averages, because they look at the recent, yes, because they look at the recent, they're not like simple moving averages. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are trading and you want to catch quick moves, exponential moving average are very important. If you are analyzing long-term trends, the trend. Then go in for simple moving averages. Are we together? Who's enjoying the senolytic training? Who is enjoying the senolytic training? Now I know. Today it is very not a good day, especially for Man U, the senolytic. Who is enjoying the senolytic training? I told you, today you will not survive me. Today, it is a very bad day for all the haters in today's training. Yeah, it is very bad. But just surrender. Just surrender. Yes, just surrender. Like the way the saucepan became heavy and they left the saucepan. Then we boiled them. Now, when you are using the exponential moving average, you can use what we call multiples of 5. You can even use what we call multiples of 10. You can use, so it is up to you. For example, in my chart, I have added 4 times. So I can come here on my chart and I say that I will use, when I come here on input and I say I'm going to use multiples of 5. So I'll make this a 5 exponential moving average. So I come here on style. So this is an exponential moving average of 5. And let me say I give it, yeah, since this one, I give it white, since we gave these guys 5 goals. White, yes, white. Yeah. So this one white is 5. Yes, this one of white is 5. Yeah, 5. Because you see 5, 5 is a very good number. Is a very good number. 5 is a very good number. Yes, now I'm using multiples of 5. So this will be 10. Then I change the color. But, you know, some of you forget, although I'm joking, how many of you, because you might, based on my jokes, how many of you know that I'm teaching very serious information? How many of you know that I'm teaching very serious information? Make sure you don't feed on my jokes. How many of you know that I'm teaching very serious information? Because I see some people think I'm doing comedy. Guys, don't over die on the jokes. You might get out from here the way you came. See, some people are funny. You see, I'm teaching very serious information. Don't you might please don't go with jokes. But also the jokes are included in the training. There is no way. There is no way I can just go like that. So this is 5. This is 10. So this is 15. So I'll put 15. So I'm using a multiples of 5. So this one, I'll also give it a different color. So that that one was orange, yellow. Now I'm gonna show you something, guys. So this is 5, this is 10, this is 15, then this is 20. I've just so someone can add as many as they want. I don't know if that is clear. So this is 20 moving average. Okay, just making lines very clear. And I'm gonna teach you something. Is that clear? Give me one in the chat. Give me one in the chat if you are able to see. Now, look here, guys. Number 1, when candles are forming, I want you to remember the colors. If you remember the colors, white was 5. Let me show you before you forget. The white was 5. The orange was 10. The yellow was 15. The 20 is purple. This is 20. This is 15. This is 10. And this is 5. In this arrangement, it means that the market in this arrangement, it means that the market is on a downward trend. Listen to me very well. In this arrangement, starting from the big one being on top, ending with a small one at the bottom, it means that the market is on a downward trend. And let me bring it here so that people can see very well. This is what I mean. When these moving averages are forming, like here, which color is purple? Which moving average is purple? When you understand moving average, you are going to enjoy Royal Chew. Which moving average is purple? 20. Which moving average is yellow? I want to see if you are following. Which moving average is yellow? 15. Which moving average is white? Which moving average is white? 5. Good. Now you see that in this case, we are starting with a big moving average, ending with a small moving average. It means this market is on a downward trend. This moving average is on a downward trend, meaning that candles are forming below this moving average. And when they meet, for example, you see here, now here the market was on an upward trend. You see here, because the candles were forming above. Now what happens, ladies and gentlemen? When a smaller moving average crosses a big moving average, it is called, yesterday we talked about it. When a small moving average crosses a big moving average, it is called, you see here the 5 crosses above. It is called the golden cross. Thank you, Eric. Now, vis-a-vis, when a small moving average, when a big moving average, like here, crosses a small moving average, it is called when a big moving average crosses a small moving average, it is called, yeah, that's what Real Madrid did. They started making noise everywhere. Yeah, they started making noise everywhere. We have history. We have history. We have history. We are the historians. We are history. Then we asked ourselves, are we playing history? Even they started the match with these people. We remember these people who died. They were very great. Were we playing ghosts? So instead of them focusing on the present, they focused on the history. It's like some of you, when you are in crypto, you focus so much on your floating loss. Yeah, every time when they tell you add new capital so that you can improve your trading, it is true in the past you were trading without skills and you made some mistakes. You are everywhere. I'm in floating loss. I'm in float. That's what happened to Real Madrid. They focused on their floating loss. Yet for us, we had improved our skills and we were focusing on the current situation. So you can decide to behave like Real Madrid, or you can decide to behave like Arsenal. There's training. Whoever hates Arsenal will die. Now you see, look here, guys. When these cross, they split. And when they split, they come together. Like here. You see, they split. Now, when they come together here, they form what we call a rainbow. This, where now we are seeing the smaller moving average of 5 crossing all of the others together. Can you see? Now, this is not only seen. Let me show you something. This can not only be seen this can not only be seen on RoyalQ. Sorry, on TradingView alone. This can also be seen on your RoyalQ application. So let me show you. When you go to your RoyalQ, let me join with an iPhone. Let me start with iPhone users. Let me start with iPhone users. Do you have some iPhone users on the call? Or let me start with Android users. Okay, let me start with Android users. Because we are the many ones. Yeah, we are the many ones. So let me start with Android users, because we are the many. Yeah. It's like if you want to find out why many people support Man U, it's because they are the many. So let me start with the many, then I will end with the few that win matches, Arsenal. Okay. Right. Let me start with the many, then I'll end with the few, yeah, that win matches, Arsenal. Look here, guys. Like, let me bring this coin called Stra for learning purposes. You wanted to trade this coin and you were on your RoyalQ. I want to show you. I don't care about the time frame. It's up to you. Look here, guys. Before these candles had met here, because these are moving averages, the purple is 99. This is 25. This is 7. So generally, this means the market was on. Answers in the chart. This means the market was on. Answers in the chart. This means the market was on. This means the market was on a downtrend. Good. Thank you. Now, these start moving and then they meet together. The small moving average of 25 and 7 cross. What happened next? What happened after they met? Is that hard? Let me know in the chat. So, you see, let me show you. Look here, guys. By understanding moving averages, because it is not easy to keep dropping signals every minute, but by understanding moving averages, I was able to use my $300 to make profit. Does that make sense now? Does that make sense? Because I would go in a smaller time frame. I open the coin, I go to a smaller time frame, like 15 minutes, and I look at the chart. And I look at the chart. Someone is saying, can you explain? I have explained already. I said this looks at the 99 candles, 25, and this looks at 7. So, question is, what is happening here? Where we see a 7 moving average crossing a 25. What is happening here? The 7 moving average is going below a 25. What does that mean? A death cross. When a death cross happens, what comes into our mind? When a death cross happens, what comes into our mind? A downward trend. So, even if you move away, look here, guys, and pick the Bollinger Band, which is next here. The Bollinger Band, the middle line here is usually a 21 moving average. And we said when candles are forming below the moving average, the market is on a what? When the candles are forming below the moving average, the market is on a what? Answers in the chat. The market is on a what? When candles are forming below the moving average, because this is a 21 moving average. So you see, guys, you open a coin. For example, let's pick any, BISWA. And you come here. This is what you do. You know, some of you, you make these things very hard. You come here, you look at this moving average. I'm just giving an example. Let's take 1 hour. The market came down back to the moving average. So this coin can give you a 1.5% or a 2%. Why? Can someone back up my answer? When I'm just applying moving averages and I'm using the Bollinger Band only in my chart. Why? Because the market came back to the moving average and it has to go over again. Does that connect? Do you see how simply I open a coin and I take a 1.5? How many have understood? I didn't chase this coin. The candles are forming above the moving average. Is that hard? So when I am trading, me, I don't quarrel. I open a coin. I say, now this one, maybe I put my moving average. Now this one, I will not trade. I put on the Bollinger Band. I say, I'm waiting for this coin to come back here. When it closes above here, then I'm sure after the retracement, then it will go back again. Is that hard? And it is simple. It is very simple. So when I open more coins, I open more coins. And really, let me open this one today. I don't know if people are understanding. I open like Floki. No, this is in 1 hour. Or I can go to 4 hours. Now, I told you number one, it acts as a support and it acts as a resistance. The middle line is a 21 moving average. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? I will teach Bollinger Bands not today. But the middle line is a 21 moving average, meaning it can act as a support and it can act as a resistance. So when I come and I open this coin, my friend, I know if it hits here, it can go down. So I take a 1.5. Is that hard? So it has been supported. This is resistance. You take little profit. And I can keep doing it with my little capital. I keep doing it. I keep doing it. I keep doing it. I don't know if someone is following. And I'm entering coins and getting out. Entering coins and getting out. And at the end of the day, you see 3, 5, 2, 8, 0, 0, 9, 5, 9, 14, 10. Even when I'm sleeping, my wife knows. When I'm sleeping, I hear the noise. "Te, te, te." Then I know it has sold. I come check again, I enter again. Then I sleep. As I'm sleeping, it does te, te, te. I wake up, I put in another, then I sleep. As I'm sleeping, I hear a message. Te, te, te. Then I wake up, then I sleep. So that's why it is very important when you are using Royal Q, ladies and gentlemen, to come here on mine, here, come here on mine, and connect your Royal Q to your Telegram account. Come here on mine, then you come here, I think it is on system settings. System settings. Then you come here on notification. Come here on notification. Then come here on Telegram and bind your Telegram to your Royal Q. So you come here on bind. Let me unbind. They want me to repeat everything. But what you will do, you will copy a code here. When you come here, you will see there is a code. Copy the code. Then tap on the link that is here. It will take you to the Royal Q Robot Telegram. Paste the link, then connect. If you don't understand, because some of you, it is hard to teach you. Usually say you are very fast. Repeat for me, as if me, I went to a certain school to learn how to connect Royal Q to the Telegram. Come here on the video. Let me give you a video. Me, I've never gone to any school. But since I have done a video for you, so many people ask, can I use? Since I have done a video for you, but so the videos are not moving down. But come here. Come here on YouTube. Search how to connect Royalty to Telegram. My video is here. I teach you how to connect your Royalty to your Telegram. Let me copy the link. Connect your Royalty to your Telegram so that now I have not only done that. Let me post the link here. You see me, I know you would say repeat. The link is there. Then, how do you add a sound to your Telegram? How to customize. I don't know if it is the one because the channel is not opening up very well. But I don't want to spend time here. Let me see. But I remember, I have forgotten, but I remember I did videos about that. I may not get it now, but I'm going to spend time. I remember I did a video about that. I think I remember. Uh, I remember I did a video. Latest thing. Oldest. Let me go here. It is some time. Mm, just give me a few minutes. Mm, popular. Mm, but it cannot be a popular video. I've not seen people watch it. Ah, it is not coming because I think of my setup. But I will give it time because now here we might spend a lot of time, guys. I'm going to look for the video. But I think those of you who have been in the business, no, I don't have time to show you. Those of you who have been in the business, I remember to have done those videos for you. How many have seen those videos on how to customize your Telegram? That was a full lesson. But I remember I did the video on to our crypto ambassadors. How many of you remember? I even taught you how to add a bell on your Telegram. I can't teach you there. It is a lot of work. But I've done a video. So I think I will I'm going to find the video and then give it onto the Telegram channel. Okay. But I remember I did a video about that. So because now it is too much time, I'm going to take my own time. Then I give you a video on how to customize your trading view so that you can add a bear. But in simple terms, when you come to your trading view here, uh, you tap on the three dots at the top bottom, then you come on settings, then you come on notifications and sounds. You come on notifications and sounds. But before, this is where you will find the notifications. But before you come here, create what we call chat folds. What is a chat fold? I may not go into details. Come here on chat folds and create a chat fold. For example, I can come here and create a chat fold and because now I run, so I name it Royal Q, like this one. Okay. So when you create the chat fold, it becomes an independent chat fold. Now, when you come here on your settings, when you are creating notification and sound, you can come here on groups. Then you pick, let me say these ones. These are groups. Then you pick some groups that should get the notification. But Trust me, I'm going to find that video and post it for you in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. He has got the video. The video is there. I have ever done it in the past. I was not just able. Could you post it onto the Telegram channel, my brother? Could you post it on Telegram? So basically, whenever your robot will buy and whenever your robot will sell, you will get a pop-up message like a bell. Does that make sense? And it is the same thing you need to do with your WhatsApp. When you're also working on your WhatsApp, make sure your notifications of messages are on. Some of you usually say you miss out. Make sure you come here on notifications and get a notification whenever there happens a message. Does that make sense? So that when messages are popping on your WhatsApp, you can say, oh, there is a message. So come on your settings and put on a notification. This helps me so much when I'm doing my business. Because some people even have asked me, why do I remove them in groups? I get a notification and you are posting something like a scam. So I remove you. Hey, I remove you. So it is the same thing when you are using Royal Queue. Make sure you get a notification. And to me, like you see, I can hear notifications on my phone. So it helps me not to miss out on any message because this is my business. So the same thing happens here on your Royal Queue. So you see, whenever there is anything, any transaction, I get a bell. And when I get a bell, I can come back and check on my trade. Is it okay? Give me one in the chat if it is okay. So the video has been sent. Also, the link has been sent. Okay. Nobody can be added to the Crypto Ambassadors WhatsApp groups. You can only join the Telegram. I think I've given you the link in the chat. Okay. So basically, I can check trades. This is what I've been talking about. And when a trade makes a retracement to the moving average, then in my mind, I can know that it is very easy for this coin to move from this point and get back to this point without me having very hard analysis, because this is a moving average. When a coin is pumping, for example, this coin, I will not fumble. I can check in a smaller time frame. I don't know if this is 15, I can go as low as 5 minutes. And I look at this coin and I say, okay, if this coin can close above here, then it means it's very easy for this coin to move here. If 5 minutes is not enough for me, I got 3 minutes. And if I was here in 3 minutes, I would have entered from here and I would take 1.3. Are we connecting? And I don't need any special skill to do this. Hello, how many are following? Because I understand that this middle line is a moving average. And I can trade a pumping coin. I can even get serious up to 1 minute. And you see, as long as this happened, it went up, came closed here, my friend. This red candles closing above here, I would just enter, take 1.2%. Muzaffaru, since we started, you don't understand. Me, I don't know what to do for you. Yesterday you were here, you don't understand. Today you are here, I don't understand. There's nothing Ladies and gentlemen, let me create some understanding. Is it important for you to join early? Because when you join these trainings late, you find that I've already built, I don't know if someone is understanding. When you start with me, I build a foundation. When you come late, I'm done with building a foundation. I don't know if someone is able to understand me. I don't know. Give me a yes. When I start, I I start with building a foundation. So when I started, I explained what are moving averages. I explained golden cross. So I told you when candles are closing above the moving average, the coin is on an uptrend. So I don't know if so when you join late, you find me finalizing what I'm talking about. Is it easy for you to understand? Is it easy for you to understand when you join late? It is not. Someone is saying, I just got the link now. But the question is, does the link change? Does the link change? You got the same link yesterday. The link is the same. Why do you always wait for the link? When it gets to 7:30, join the training. And when the training starts 7:30, I give 10 minutes for free. 10 minutes. So guys, me, I will not always be repeating. You see now, you see how you can trade a pumping coin? How many have understood? Many people usually ask, how can I trade a pumping coin? I can even go to 1 minute. I can even go to 3 minutes. And I look at how this coin is moving. I keep making entries and exits, and I'm enjoying the coin. Give me one if it is clear. I will not make everybody understand. Give me one if you have understood. So I can look at a coin, it is pumping. Then I say, how do I get opportunity? I go to a lower time frame and I see in 15 minutes, do I have business? The business was here. The coin went up, came back to this line, my friend. This was business. I'm done. Does that make sense? Because you understand when you put in the Bollinger Band, the middle line is a 21 moving average. When candles are closing above it, the coin is on an uptrend. When candles are closing below it, the coin is on a downtrend. We are still looking at moving averages. Okay, back to our class this side. Who is enjoying the senolytic approach? So you see, this is our chart. So I told you, when these candles meet, they form what we call a rainbow. So when they meet, they form what we call a rainbow. And once this rainbow is formed, expect this coin to go up. Remember, when you are making your entries and your exits, you use support and what? And resistance. I know most of you know this. You are able to use support and resistance. So these are very many, but like I said, you can even change your approach. And let me use two moving averages, for example. So this time round, I'll use a strong moving average of 20. And also, I'll bring in another moving average of 200. What's up? Okay. These are usually the most common ones when you... Now, these are the most common moving averages when people are looking at long-term investment. For example, look at Bitcoin. But when you are scalping the market, you need small moving averages to help you find entry opportunities. Let me take Bitcoin as an example, and I'll place it for you in one day. So that you could get one of the best understandings. Let me try to go 1 week. And this will give you reasons why people are positive about markets. And why are people saying so much words, as they say. They usually use this combination of the 200 moving average. The combination of the 200 moving average and they usually go in for a bigger time frame. And usually you'll hear that the candles are closing above a 20 moving average. You see, look here, guys. If someone was an investor, because there's a difference between a trader and investor. Usually investors look at these points. For example, the golden cross happened here when Bitcoin was at $23,000. And if someone invested as an investor, they would still stay in this trade until this trade makes a death cross. And they look at bigger time frames. They don't look at small time frames of Kwanzaa 15, 10. I don't know if that makes sense to someone. They look at bigger time frames. Is my screen shared? Because it's not working. Is my screen shared? Is my screen shared? Is my screen shared? Because it's not working. So usually they look at bigger time frames. That's why in my statements, I usually say that the market is on an uptrend. Because when I look at a long-term view, the golden cross happened here, and we haven't got closer to these two lines even meeting each other. But if you are a short-term trader, you are a day trader specifically. A day trader is a trader who wants to end the day when the trader has sold. You see? Usually, you see, when these are the statements they use. When candles come and close above, for example, look here. Someone will make a statement and say, okay, according to my analysis, we see that when the market came down, touched the 200 moving average, it bounced up. This was a very strong move to the upside. They will interpret this. And they say currently in the 1 hour time frame, we see that a green candle has closed above the 20 moving average. If this candle closes above, it means that we can see Bitcoin getting to 85,000. Does that make sense? Those are the analysis they make. Some of them use these moving averages, especially the 20 moving average and the 200 moving average. But if you are a trader, that's why when you go to Binance, when you go to RoyalQ, they will give you a 7 moving average. Does that make sense? A 25 moving average and a 99, giving you a small moving average, a moderate moving average, and a big moving average. I don't know if now people are able to follow. I don't know, because these determine market trends. Like, for example, someone will come here in 30 minutes and interpret and say, although the market has been moving down, it moved down up to close to $83,000. Since we got the golden cross, we have not seen a death cross happen. So they will say the market is still on an uptrend because they have not seen the death cross happen. The death cross happened here only. But after this, we had the golden cross. And although lines have been coming together, the market has not formed a death cross. And they will interpret this. Some even will make what we call, some even make charts and say, although of Donald Trump tariffs, Bitcoin has remained dominant without forming a death cross. They are interpreting the chart using the ability to understand that moving averages are very important in determining the trend of the market. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? So that's why in exchanges, when you go to Binance, you'll get, so I love a 55 moving average. Yesterday I told you just that when I add so many, so these are my best indicators, 55, and since this is a paid version, I can add in more moving averages. I use Fibonacci numbers, so I will just add on because I can't add many, just to help me scalp the market. So this will be a 21. So just give it an orange color, make it a little bit thick. That's a 21 moving average. This, turn this to either 13 or 8. So I'll change this. Since I'm using a dark color, I'll give it white. Then I increase the thickness so that I can see it better. Then I press OK. So I will move it from 9 to 20 because that one was a 21, just for scalping. So this is 55, 200, 21. So I can make it either 13 or 8. Any of the two. I'm using Fibonacci numbers. If you don't know Fibonacci numbers, just come on Google. Let me use any browser here very fast. I may not have the time to explain what Fibonacci numbers are, or what we call Fibonacci sequences. But if we check on Wikipedia, in mathematics, the Fibonacci sequence is in which each element sums to 2, but these things are very many. I may not go into details. I'm not a mathematician. But I just need to know that these numbers exist. They exist everywhere. Okay? But I need the numbers. Don't take me to these things. These ones explain. But I just need the numbers. Yeah? But it is simple. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. 8 plus 5 equals 13. That's how they keep on developing these numbers. I'm not going to go in details. Let me just get the list. Now, these numbers, the initial Fibonacci number is 0. The first Fibonacci number is 1. So they are here. The third Fibonacci number is 2. They are here. I am not going to go and discuss. So if for you, you are an analyst, come and read. I'm not going to waste my time with numbers. I know they exist. That's why a pineapple grows like that. That's why the tree grows like that. That's why one of your ear is on this side, symmetrically to that side. That's why your nose is in the middle. That's why even your private parts exist where they are. They use Fibonacci sequences. Me, I'm not going to dig into this science. So, someone says you cannot see them. Is it true? So, it is up to you. So me, I love using Fibonacci numbers. So you see, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? Me, I'm not a mathematician. But these numbers, let me share again. Let me share the Fibonacci numbers. Can you see the Fibonacci numbers? So me, I am not going to go into numbers because I'm not even interested in them. I just need to know them. I just need to know them. That's why tomorrow I'm going to come back to pivot points. Because if you don't know how to draw lines of support and resistance, and you can come here to Royal Q, here, tomorrow I will go back to pivot points. And you can come here to Royal Q here and open a coin, any. Me, I don't care. Whether you are opening from those ones below or above, like this one, people, in 15 minutes, and you don't know how to draw lines of support and resistance, but you can scroll down here on pivot point. Sometimes, you see, that's why it is very bad to beat Real Madrid. A lot of information starts flowing. A lot of information. When you beat Real Madrid, the information becomes very many. That's why that's why just want to always beat Manchester United only. But when you beat Real Madrid, problem, problem, problem. When you beat Real Madrid, problem. Problems keep increasing. It's very bad to suffer with all the people, with all the clubs. But that's a joke, guys. So when you don't know how to draw lines of support and resistance, but you can come to your Royal Q. You say, okay, 15 minutes. You come here on 15 minutes. Technical indicator put in 15 minutes. Come here on pivot point. It can show you the Fibonacci. It shows you that resistance 3, it's at this price. Resistance 2, it is at this price. Resistance 1, it has this price. The pivot, that is the center. So it can give you a price, but I'll dig deep tomorrow. And this can help you to trade. You look at the coin T-Fuel. What is the price? 0.3527. 0.3527. Where is it? So you find where the price is on these pivot points, especially the Fibonacci. It will tell you where the coin is on an uptrend or a downtrend, near support, but I'll dig deep here. So these Fibonacci are very key. But tomorrow, back to moving averages to close. Remember, just for learning purposes as we close, when candles are forming below, the coin is on a what? Just as we finalize, when candles are forming below, the coin is on a what? Some answers in the chart. When candles are forming above, so basically, you can use that knowledge. You can use that knowledge to always find opportunities in the market. I believe that's enough. I've talked about golden cross, death cross. Even if you are this side on Binance, I told you to always look at gainers or any. Let me take MDT. Now, for example, MDT here in 1 day, you see the coin is above my 20 moving average. If I want to make a quick move, you see forming above. I hope the message is home now. So how do people use these moving averages? Some people use them in a simple way. They make entry at the golden cross and plan to make exit at the death cross. They make entry at the golden cross and plan to make the exit at the death cross. I hope that is enough for today. Now, you see, I have got a message. Let me share my screen. You see? How many of you see the message on top? How many of you see the message on my screen? So I had a pop-up message. And the pop-up message says there is a new sale. You see that? So it keeps me to know, hey, my coin has sold. So I don't know if people you are able to follow. These are simple things that you do that keep you above your game. Okay? Now, since it has sold, I come back. I think the coin was called MDT. I no longer have any running trade. In the morning, I increased my capital. I had $300. Those of you who were with me yesterday, you remember? I had $300. How many of you remember? Then today in the morning, I withdrew some money from my Royal Q. Today, very early in the morning, this money here. I withdrew some money from my Royal Q to increase my capital. That's why I share the business. I don't share the business because it is easy. Does that make sense to someone? I don't speak to people because it is easy. Give me a yes in the chat if you understand. I speak to people because I want to grow my capital. I don't speak to people because it is easy. It is hard. I want to be genuine with you. But I speak to people because I want to grow my capital. It is not easy, you people, to teach you how to trade. Like, for example, I haven't had sleep, but I had to come here and teach you. I haven't slept, but does it concern you? Do you want to know whether I slept or not? It's none of your business. But I had to come here in the morning, spend 1 hour, teach you moving averages. But it's hard. It's not easy. But the big question is it worth it? Because, ladies and gentlemen, there is one thing I understood in this world. If you want to be successful, you have to pay the price. You have to pay the price. A successful doctor leaves the hospital late. I remember when I was still practicing, I used to spend 5 days on the hospital without going back home. You bathe the armpit, you go back to theater. Patients don't want to care whether you have eaten or you have not. And most of you in this world, you are very lazy to understand these few basics. That what you are looking for needs some sacrifice. Some of you oversleep. You have $100. Why do you sleep 8 hours a night when the market is good? Now you see? Now you see? Now it is morning. Everybody is excited about the future. I have $78. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? You have been sleeping at night. We are looking for... And you see, guys, Tracy says it's night here in Canada. And you see, guys, thank you for your sacrifice. And you see, even when I send signals, do you know that I cannot send every signal? I can send like 2 or 3. I send like 2 or 3 at night, then I stop. Maybe in the morning I send, because I don't need also to overload the groups with signals. But for you are busy sleeping at night and you have little capital. Now I'm going to find another coin. Let me check on MDT again. Now the opportunity is over. But the coin is good. But the opportunity is not easy now. I don't chase coins. It is good in one day. How many of you see the moving average? What's about to happen here? What's about to happen here? It is not easy to keep sending you signals. What's about to happen here? It's a golden cross. So if I stay in this coin for long, it can deliver. But you see, I don't want to stay in the coin for a very long period of time. So I'll leave MDT. Let me check this coin. I see it rise up again in lower time frame 15. Doesn't look clear. Let me go to 5 minutes. I'm looking for opportunity. Then I ran away. There were 2 signals for today. One was called Floki. So let me see. Done business. So I take time. I am not chasing anything. Wow. You see now? There is business here. I add on the MACD. How many of you attended the MACD class? Do you see what's about to happen here? This MACD is about to form a cross. How many of you see that? How many of you see that in 15 minutes? This MACD is about, these lines look closer to each other. I'm using Royal Q. I'm not even using TradingView. I anticipate the cross above the 0 line. Then, since I have more knowledge, I'll apply the RSI, and the RSI is in the middle. All these 3, this is 60, 59. So maybe the KDJ, and the KDJ is about to form a crossover here. So this raises my confidence because the candle is forming above this line. So I can still go more, maybe in 5 minutes to see. Okay, it's not so clear, but you see the candle is closing above my line, my middle moving average. So I can suspect a 1.5. Okay, so since I have my capital of around $600, okay, I'll basically expose of 300 and allow the remaining 300 to act in margin calls. So I'll put 150 here. I'll take very little profit, maximum 1.3. I don't want to go so low, so I activate. Then I'll get $300 to drop into this coin. Then I have used nothing. Then after it has bought with $300, I'm running 7 margin calls. I'll return this to 5, meaning that by the time this coin drops 4%, it has been able to drop in another 150. This is 2, this, when you add this plus this plus this plus this, it is 30. So 30 times 5 is 150, meaning that would be 300 plus 150. That would be $450. I'll remain with $150. If the market continues going down, I'll use that. Okay, so I'll take very little profit because I've not done TA with TradingView. Is that hard? Is that hard? Is that hard? And the rest is none of my business. And I keep doing it. When I get a notification of a sell, I keep doing it, I keep doing it, I keep doing it, I keep doing it. Is that hard? And I don't need to think special settings, the capital what. I don't know if someone, because my most important thing on trading is me finding a good entry in the market. Now, the reason why I've entered this trade, I looked at it in 15 minutes. I saw the market has potential. You see, the market goes down, comes up, goes down. So I expect it to go higher, but ending here, around there. Even when I took it to a 15 minutes time frame, this is where I made my decision. I hope we discussed this. The market went down to this moving average, closed above it. If you remember when we were talking about candles, we talked about a red candle. It opens above and closes below. You see, it has closed on my moving average. From there, a green candle has also started above the line. That grows my confidence. Is that hard? And this is using present and past knowledge. Now, number one, we have looked at a moving average. Now I'm using the moving average. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm using the knowledge I have learned today that when I put in the Bollinger Band, the middle line is a moving average, meaning that the upper line could act as my support, this could act as my resistance, but I'll discuss moving averages later. Number two, since I don't control the market, I'll still have some margin calls to back me up. Then I leave the coin. I leave the coin. Although in 1 hour it looks different, but I'm using little time frame, shorter time frame. But if you have learned trading view, then trading view is very key. So I'll open this coin called People. It could not be the best signal. I don't know if someone also understands that statement. It could not be the best signal. But if you are good at analyzing markets, so let me remove this. But I'm now trying to add knowledge together. Number one, I have my MACD at the bottom, which grows my confidence. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm in 4-hour time frame, top to down approach. I have my MACD at the bottom. It grows my confidence. So I can add on the stochastic RSI to know where the market is by movement. All these things we have discussed. So true, in the 4-hour time frame, the RSI is in the over what? Over what? Over what? Answers in the chat. Overbought area. Okay? Which means there are chances that this coin can go against me. In 1 hour, also overbought. But when I keep lowering down to 15 minutes, the coin is just starting. I don't know if that makes sense to someone. When I go back to 15 minutes, the coin is just starting to make moves. Meaning that, okay, I'm looking for the possible opportunity. But since we have learned smart money indicator, I try to bring my smart money to see where are the big boys trying to participate in this market. And my friend, it is a good coin, but it is not the best opportunity. Does that statement make sense? Does that statement make sense? It is a good coin, but not the best opportunity. So that's why it will require you to take off some time. That's why you are here, to come back and look at these coins again and find one that has the best opportunity. I don't know if now that makes sense. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. So I will come back here, look at many, and find one that has the best opportunity. But I think I don't want to overteach, but I'm combining the knowledge together so that you. So tomorrow, we are going to go back to pivot points because you can also use them on your royal queue. But question as I close, do I have people on the call who can now go and find trades for themselves? Do I have people on the call who can go and find trades for themselves and make money from this season, from the end of these 2 to 3 months of learning with us? And if you can, I love you so much. If you can't, then keep attending. I will be ending this training. I'll be ending this training this week, and starting Monday next week, we shall start from zero. So new people, I advise you to attend fresh from zero on Monday for our season number 3. Okay, you are having confusion on indicators. It means you need to start afresh. Okay, you need to start afresh. Is that clear? So I'll be ending this week with a few more trainings that I'll be handling tomorrow, sorry, and on Saturday. Then I will close. Then see you on Monday. We're starting afresh. What is trading view? What is a candle? What is an opening? What is a close? I don't have any WhatsApp. If you can't join Telegram, please, I wish you all the best. So I have nothing to add for now. I'll finish up on Saturday. There is money here. There is money here. There is money here. Money, money, money. There is money here. 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 1.8. 1.8. Where is my balance? I have more money. There is money here. There is money here. $200. 1.5. There is money here. There is money here. Money here. Money here. I'm sure. Don't waste time. There's money here. There's money here. Very much good. Now, these things, many people have headache, but these two coins. The other one above will delay, but this one will sell fast. The other one, I didn't spend my time to analyze the market. What are you doing? I'm with my robot. I want to thank you. I used the MACD entries that you taught me to automate my trades. Yeah, I think I'll handle that tomorrow. I'll deal with that tomorrow for the new people. But I can play with my capital the way I want, guys, because I spend time on the market. When you can make good entries, you don't need to worry. You just remain patient. Okay. So the capital is not much, but this balance is enough. Since this coin above is stubborn, I will trade with the AI margin call. The one below, I don't need the AI. But I don't know if what I'm talking about makes sense. And if you have $500 and you are not making some money, you are playing with an opportunity. The other thing is that I've seen people who complain about floating loss. But you know that we all have floating loss. But we just make up our mind. And we keep on saying, okay, I'll now add in more capital. I don't know if that makes sense. Give me a one in the chat that makes sense. As I wait for the other coins, I add in more capital. I improve my trading approach. I make more money as I wait. I don't keep crying. Guys, that's enough for today. See you soon. Bye, everybody. Love you all.